Page 33, March. March, a little short 4 measure piece in G major. Just lets us use what we know about G major, which is very little actually. Trickiest part in here, other than the notes, is the rhythm. That said nothing because that's usually the trickiest part in any piece. So in the first measure, you have all quarter notes, not a problem, right? But then when you get to the second measure, you got eighth notes. Remember, it's 1 and 2 and. So the first measure is 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. So you got to play those eighth notes in time. It's important. Get them in the last measure too. Let's try March together. I don't have a lot to say about it. It's 4/4 time, key of G major. But we don't have any F's in this, so we're still going to play all white notes. It's an MF for medium loud. For once, I'm not talking for forever before we do this. Isn't that something? Okay. 1, 2, ready, go. 4. 1, 2, off. Page 33, Waltz. It's a 3/4 time, and that's significant. Pretty much every waltz there is in 3/4 time. If you see something in 3/4 time, it very well could be a waltz. Doesn't have to be, but it could be. It has that 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3 feel to it, right? Like a waltz. This piece has a pickup beat, those 2 eighth notes, so it's like 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and. It's MP, means medium soft, right? They say a waltz tempo. You decide what waltz tempo is. Just pretend like you're seeing people dance to this or you're dancing. It's in the key of G. G position. It's a big deal, right? Watch the phrasing here because we want silence between the phrases. So in that middle measure there where the first phrase ends, before you start those eighth notes, lift up on that left hand A so we get a little bit of silence. So we get, so we can hear the phrases. So getting us into this is a little trickier because I could go ready and go and then you play it ready and go and. But I want to make sure you have the rhythm and you're comfortable with it, the tempo, the speed. So I'll full 3 counts and then 2. So it's like a 1, 2, 3, ready and go and then we play it, okay? 1, 2, 3, ready and go and. 1, 2, off. Promenade. Look it over. It's 4/4 time. We're still in the key of G, obviously. You're going to be in G position. There's no sharps in it, so we're still just playing white notes, white keys. Rhythm's a little different. Watch the phrasing. We want to hear a little bit of silence between the phrases. Everything is melody. There's no accompaniment. Let's just try it out. This got a little bit of rhythm thing in the last 2 measures. Well, the first measure 2. You got a 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. So those eighth notes are ba ba ba, a little quicker, but you count this out slowly, and you'll get the rhythm. And again, it is a mistake on these videos to just follow me, to just, well, I'm going to listen to you play it first and then I'll get an idea. No, please don't do that. You got to learn to think on and get this on your own. So try and get this first on your own. Try and do it, and then once you've done it, then go to the play with me part. I put the starting point of play with me in the description of every video that has it. And then play with me after you think you know it. That way you're just checking what you've done against what I'm doing to see if you're correct or not. But try and do it yourself first. Let's just try it and see. I'll give us 4 counts and we'll come in. G position. 1, 2, ready, go. 4. 4 off. Bugles. Sounds like a bugle call, actually, sort of. There's no phrasing on this because you can picture in your mind a person playing a bugle on this. Of course, they would play it pretty fast. This says steady march tempo. That's not fast. That's if you were going to march down the street, that's how fast you'd go. Except, see, that's a little misleading. I don't like that. Generally speaking, if you're going to do this as a march, you would do 2 beats per step in this case. You haven't had cut time yet, okay? So it would be you would think 1, 2, 1, because it's left, right, and you want to do a left, right with each measure in most cases. So it would be 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, and that's a slow march. If it's a steady march, it's like how fast would you do it, and that's basically how. But you got to do 2 beats per step if you're going to march it. That's pretty quick. All right, forget that. We're not going to do that. We're going to go slow. We're going to do 4 beats here, a full 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 1 and. If you do that, the rhythm shouldn't be a problem for you. So once again, 4/4 time. G major, we're in G position. Let's try. I'll give us 4 counts and we'll play it together. 1, 2, ready, go. 1, 2, 3, 4, off.